This Sun-Gazette video coverage is proudly sponsored by Woodlands Bank.
It may be a new season for the Williamsport Crosscutters. However, some of their problems from the first half campaign still persist. What are these problems? How bad are they? And most importantly, can they be fixed? Hello everyone with the Williamsport Sun-Gazette. I'm Nicolas Severini. This is the Crosscutter Catch Up. The Williamsport Crosscutters go into the second half season riding an 11-game losing streak from the first half that plummeted the Crosscutters from first place in the draft league to last in the first half season. But with the foundation of the draft league, the Cutters can still make the MLB Draft League Championship if they are to clinch the second half season. Their campaign to try to reach back-to-back Draft League championships began this week against the Trenton Thunder, but unfortunately, they wouldn't break the losing streak on the opening night, losing to the Thunder 8-3 in the second half opener. It was a game in which Williamsport pitchers allowed 12 hits, and on the offensive side of the plate, went 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. A lot of those runs that they gave up came in the end of the game, with 7 runs combined allowed in the 6th, in the 7th. That increased their losing streak for Williamsport to 12 games. Not only is that an MLB Draft League record, it's also a franchise record within the ball club. However, that streak would be broken in the next day with Williamsport defeating Trenton, a final score of 4-3. And it was clutch hitting that made the difference for the Crosscutters in that contest. Michael Zerillo had the loudest crowd pop of the night in a game at the time in which Williamsport were trailing by 2. Michael Zerillo would give the Cutters the lead on a 3-run double. And with the game tied, Jackson Mayo, who is just 24 hours removed from coming into town into Williamsport, a former Crosscutter last season, hitting what would ultimately be the game-winning hit in the 7th inning to make it 4-3 Williamsport. That is a lead that they would never relinquish. On the day, Jackson Mayo combined with Vantrell Reed, who led off in that game, they would go combined 5 for 8 at the plate, scoring 3 of Williamsport's 4 runs. Looking for their first series win of the second half, Williamsport unfortunately would not get it done, losing to Trenton last night 7-4, and it was defensive errors that got the best out of the Crosscutters. Williamsport conceded 4 errors in the ball game. Riley Schaefer was the starting pitcher on that day. He would go 4 2/3 of an innings pitched. He gave up 5 runs. Not a single one of those runs was earned. 5 unearned runs and 4 hits given up in that contest. So where Williamsport stands in the second half, they now come in with a 1-2 record as they host the Mahoning Valley Scrappers in a 2-game weekend series. So with a 1-2 record, is it all negative for the Cutters? Well, it isn't. Let's talk about it. So first off, starting pitching. That's expected to be a potential strength within Williamsport in the second half. Amongst all 3 starting pitchers, Colton Cosper on the opening night, Tyler Valdez, and Schaefer, the 3 pitchers would go 13 2/3 of an innings pitched. They would give up just 1 unearned run, with 7 of those runs being unearned. So potential for starting pitching to be a strong suit for the Cutters in the second half. And at the plate, there have been some studs early on. Ventrell Reed, we brought him up. He's from LSU Shreveport, a program that went 59-0 in college. And Reed has brought a winning mentality into Williamsport. He went 4 for 12, scoring 4 times and even swiping a bag in that series against Trenton. Jackson Mayo, though, stole the show. 5 for 9 with 3 doubles and 5 runs batted in. He was by far the best hitter. And a note should be brought, too, for TJ Rochbomber. Batting in the 9 hole, he would go 2 for 6, reaching base 4 times with 2 walks, scoring twice. So now at 1-2, the Cutters take on the Mahoning Valley Scrappers, who are 2-1 on the second half campaign, with them defeating the Frederick Keys in a 2-game-1 set. And the Scrappers are known for their offense so far, scoring 23 runs in that 3-game series. Although it should be noted, they did lose that series finale 19-6. so the Scrappers are looking for their get back. Players to watch for Mahoning Valley in this weekend series. Chase Nixon is the first name that pops out. The outfielder bats third in the lineup for the Scrappers out of North Carolina State. The graduate went 6 for 12 with 3 walks, scoring twice in the top half of the order. Tommy Rover is also another notable hitter who went 4 for 13 with a double, batting in 5 runs. He's a very clutch hitter. And it should be noted as well, Williamsport, they do struggle with holding runners on the base paths. Keep an eye out for Draylon Holmes of Mahoning Valley. The third baseman stole 2 bases against Frederick. That leads the Mahoning Valley second half squad. A big series to play for Williamsport, who are trying to get back to winning ways. For the Williamsport Sun-Gazette, I'm Nicolas Severini. This has been the Crosscutter Catch Up.